Welcome to Business Analysis with Algebra Online. Each week I will have an announcement that when you log in as a student, it will immediately pop up and you will see my announcement. It'll come every Monday morning at 8, so please take the time to read that announcement. In that announcement, you'll find out what week we're in and what the expectations are that week and what is due that week. If you're just getting started into the course, you want to go into the Start Here tab, which is where I am currently. There's a course overview. There is a welcome message from me. There's the required textbook and calculator. You do need to have this business analysis, or I'm sorry, this Texas Instruments Business Analyst 2 financial calculator. So there is a picture of it there. It's sold in our bookstore, or you could pick it up at Walmart or Office Max or Amazon. So make sure you have that though, because we will be using these particular keys that are here in the gray in the middle. And scientific calculators do not have it. It is just financial calculators that have those keys that are required. So that is important. The textbook is optional. You'll have a MyMathLab access code, and that MyMathLab access code you can access through this link here in the Start Here tab. It'll take you right into that course. You will not have a course ID because it's synced with Blackboard, meaning you have to log into the Blackboard course before you can go into the MyMathLab. So many times students who've used MyMathLab before will ask me for that course ID. Since the class is synced, you do not need one. Just click on this link right here in the Start Here tab. And then there's some information on your expectations regarding this Web3 course. We do most of our homework, to go back a little bit, most of our homework is going to be done in this MyMathLab course. You will have weekly homework assignments for each section of the chapter that we cover. They will always be due Monday at midnight. Then you will have a test review quiz that is also submitted here in the MyMathLab course. But then your real tests, you will have 4 real tests in this class, and those will be administered pencil and paper in our testing center. We have 2 testing centers, one here on main campus in Stark County and one in Summit County at our Akron campus. And basically those tests are administered week 4, week 8, week 12, and then week 16, finals week. And you will have a full week to take it. The test will be down there for you Monday morning, and I will give you through Saturday to complete it. So that should work within any of your work schedules. And I'm going to assume you're taking it in the main campus. If you are going to take it in Akron, I just ask that you send me a message so I can prepare to have your test sent there. If you are outside of Stark or Summit County, you can request a proctor. So my screen has stopped, but if you could go further down here, you will see that there is an off-site proctor request form that is located here in this Start Here tab. And you can fill that out. It basically has to be a library or another educational institution, someone who's able to verify that you are not using any resources, and then also verify your identity. So then the most important thing, if you have your MyMathLab access code, that's the most important thing. If you can also buy the hard copy book optional, but with the MyMathLab access code, you will have access to the ebook. You'll go into your table of contents just like you would a book, and then you'll find what chapter we're on, and it'll be a hyperlink to take you right into that chapter. So if you choose not to have the hardback book, you can use the MyMathLab access code to access the textbook. So then if I go into the lessons tab, many times I think with this class, students bypass the lessons. They just stick in the MyMathLab, which is where most of your homework and your weekly assignments are due. But don't forget that I do have resources here in the lessons tab. So if we go into week 1, we're covering one chapter, chapter 2. I give you a little overview and the expectations of what we'll be covering this week and what's coming up next week. And then if you click on that chapter 2, you will have materials and you will have assignments. So your materials are things that I have provided for you. So I have notes, I have a very, very brief PowerPoint, but then I also have YouTube videos. I feel like the YouTube videos should help you as an online class. You do not have the ability to see me work things out. I do have them worked out in a Word document, but that's not as good as watching me work them on the board and listening to me make the explanations and showing all of that information. So please take advantage of these videos. They're going to pop right up into Blackboard. All you have to do is select them. And then also just look through the assignments worked out, because sometimes I might take a problem, a different approach than the textbook does, and it might be easier for you. So take advantage of those materials that I have there. And then your assignments, again, for the most part, I'll click back through there, are just going to be your My Math Lab homework. So then there'll be a link that will take you into the My Math Lab site. There are also discussions for each chapter. Those are extra credit. For each one of them that you do, I will award 1 extra credit point at the end of the semester. So you could get up to 10 extra credit points if you are going through these discussion forums and reading out what I've asked and responding to those posts. I will also maintain the course calendar. So in that course calendar, you'll be able to see when your tests are, when they're scheduled. And then again, don't forget the announcements are going to tell you what week we're in. So then you can also follow along here in your lessons tab to know if I'm in week 1 or week 2 or week 3. And then you'll see here that I've also noted that the tests are in the testing center. And then there is a review sheet. You'll have a verbal review here. You'll have a review sheet that you could go back through the textbook and work some similar problems. And then you'll also have an extra credit review assignment. So that will be, you'll also have your My Math Lab review quiz. So when it comes to tests, there's ample things that you can do to prepare for that test. But here is the review assignment that's in Blackboard. If you complete that and you get that 100% correct, you will get 5 extra credit points. So there'll be 1 for each one of our tests. And then you'll have a quiz also for each one of the tests. And those, again, will be in the week of the test. So week 4, week 8, week 12, and then our final exam. So then as you populate, again, the course is synced with Blackboard, so your grades will start to populate as you complete your homework. So as you complete your homework in My Math Lab, it's not instantaneous, but it is pretty quick. So once you submit an assignment, you should be able to check back shortly and see that grade is then in the grade book. So those, I think, are the most important things. Again, in your Start Here tab, you will have your syllabus files. Under the course overview and the welcome, you will have a class syllabus and a master syllabus. So please review over those as well, because that is really the contract for you as a student and what your expectations are to be successful in this class. So if I did not answer any of the questions you have, please feel free to message me. But hopefully this has kind of clarified what the expectations are for the class. Your due dates will also be in the My Math Lab, but again, normally every Monday at midnight, you're going to have some homework that is due in the My Math Lab.